What the hell? Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Hi, Diane. All right, so we're just getting started. All right. So find your comfortable spot. And we're going to get started in just a minute here. Okay. All right. So sit comfortably. You can sit with your legs straight or crossed. Just make sure you're sitting up straight. Guess I'll start with my jacket on. It's a little nippy today. All right. So we're going to begin with breathing, inhaling through our nose and exhaling with our mouth open. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And when you're ready, exhale as if you're fogging a mirror with your breath. Breathing naturally, not forcing the air. Filling your lungs completely with air and squeezing out all of the air on the exhale. Now on the next inhale, raise your arms and hands as you inhale through your nose, above your head, palms together if you can reach. And then when you're ready to exhale, move your arms and hands down. Exhale through your nose. Breathing through our nose, inhaling through our nose as we lift our arms and hands, and exhaling through our nose as we lower them down. Follow your breath as you inhale. Continue filling your lungs with air and squeezing out all the air on the exhale. Try and synchronize your movement with your breath. Now on the next inhale, when you're ready to exhale, turn your torso to the right side as you exhale and lower your arms and hands down. When you're ready to inhale, turn your torso back to the front. And when you're ready to exhale, turn to the opposite side as you exhale your arms and hands down. Continue moving with your breath. One more time on each side. And when you're done, bring your arms in front and breathe naturally through your nose. Now bring the palms of your hands together and move your arms, your forearms, to be parallel to the floor. And from here, we're going to inhale and reach our hands as high as we can, lifting our chest. And then when we're ready to exhale, move our arms back down and point our fingertips down toward the ground at the very end. When you're ready to inhale, reach your hands as far as you can. And again, when you're ready to exhale, come down again to prayer posture and then point your fingertips down at the very end. Continue moving with your breath. Flexing your wrists as much as you can. One more time. And when you're done, just bring your hands to prayer posture and pause for a moment. Okay, now we're going to get up into a tabletop position on all fours. Place your hands under your shoulders. Spread your knees wide enough apart so that they're under your hips. Check that your index finger of your hands is pointing forward, and rotate your shoulders so that your elbows are facing your thighs and your biceps are facing forward. From here, we're going to do cat-cow, and just remember as we do this that your head moves last. So we're going to begin keeping our arms straight as we do this. We're going to inhale and arch our lower spine and then lift our head. And when you're ready to exhale, don't move your head, but lift your upper spine toward the ceiling as you pull your navel in toward your spine, tighten your gluteals, and move your head down at the very end. When you're ready to inhale, arch your lower spine and lift your head at the end of the inhale. Again, exhaling, make sure you pull your navel in toward your spine, tighten your gluteal muscles as you lower your head. Continue moving with your breath. One more time in each direction. And then pause with your neck and spine parallel to the floor. Now from here, we're going to inhale and lift our left arm up toward the ceiling, reaching our left hand toward the ceiling, twisting our spine to the left side as much as we can, and then exhale, taking your left arm under your right and relaxing your left shoulder and ear on the ground. Try and get your shoulder on the ground. When you're ready, inhale, reaching and twisting as much as you can, and when you're ready to exhale, relaxing down. Now on the next exhale, we're going to keep our left shoulder and ear down on the ground and relax. If you'd like, you can lift your right arm and hand up toward the ceiling and allow your right arm to drape down behind your back. You can reach for your left hip, twisting to the right side, relaxing your shoulders, breathing through your nose. If your right arm is behind you, reach it up toward the ceiling and bring it down to the ground. And we're going to inhale, lifting the left arm one more time. And exhale, coming back to tabletop position. Now we're going to do the right side. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale and lift our right hand up toward the ceiling, twisting our torso on the inhale. And when we're ready to exhale, take the right arm under the left and relax the right shoulder and ear down on the ground. When you're ready to inhale, reach and lift. When you're ready to exhale, come down and relax. Now on the next exhale, we're going to keep our right shoulder and ear down on the ground and relax. If you'd like to lift your left arm up toward the ceiling and drape your left arm behind your back, reaching for your right hip, relaxing your shoulders, breathing through your nose. If your left arm is behind you, reach it up toward the ceiling and bring it down to the ground. We're going to inhale and lift the right hand one more time. And exhale, bring it down, back to tabletop position. Now from here, we're going to go into puppy pose. So make sure your knees are wide enough apart. And we're going to pull our navel in toward our spine and slowly walk our hands forward, opening up our shoulders, bringing our torso and forehead down, keeping our hips in the air, relaxing our shoulders. Imagine you're pushing the floor away with your hands, knees under hips as much as possible, breathing through our nose. And then pull your navel in toward your spine as you slowly walk your hands back to tabletop position. And from here, we're going to spread our knees, bring our feet together, and sit back in child's pose. So bring your hips down to your heels and lower your torso and forehead down to the mat, breathing through your nose. Now lift your head, straighten out your arms, and we're going to inhale coming forward to a low plank. Pull our navel in as we exhale, coming down to the ground. And then inhale, lifting your chest off the ground. And when you're ready to exhale, coming back to child's pose. Following your breath, inhaling, coming forward, exhaling down. Lifting our chest off the ground. And when you're ready, exhaling back. One more time. And then relax in child's pose. Then lift your head, straighten out your arms, and we're going to come back. Now you can keep your knees on the ground, or you can go into a full plank position with your arms straight and knees off the ground. If your knees are on the ground, then just bring your knee, your right knee, to your left elbow, and then bring it back. And then we're going to switch to the left knee and right elbow, but we're going to move with our breath. So you're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you're in a full plank, inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. We're moving our knee to our elbow, pulling the navel in toward the spine as you do this. And then pause in a plank position. Bring your knees down to the ground. And from here, we're going to step our left foot forward into a lower left lunge with our left knee above our left ankle. Come up with your hands in prayer posture. You can place something under your right knee if you need something soft there. Try and relax your hips. Breathe through your nose. And if you'd like, you can move your arms near your ears, reaching your arms up toward the ceiling. You can gaze up or straight ahead, however you feel comfortable. If your arms are above your head, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring them back to prayer posture. And then inhale, make a circle, reaching up toward the ceiling, and exhale, bring your hands down next to your left foot. We're going to push the floor away as we pull our left foot back. And we're going to switch and bring our right foot forward. Make sure the right knee is above the right ankle. And when you're ready, come on up with your hands in prayer posture. Feel free to place something soft under your left knee if you need to. If your balance is wobbly, maybe you need to widen your legs so that they aren't close together. If you'd like, you can move your arms near your ears, reaching your hands up toward the ceiling. And if your hands are above your head, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, bring them back to prayer posture in front of you. Then inhale, make a circle, reaching up toward the ceiling. And exhale, bring your hands down next to your right foot. Push the floor away as you pull your right foot back. And then from here, you can do puppy pose or you can do downward dog. We're going to do downward dog. If you're doing downward dog, get onto the balls of your toes. Check your hands to make sure your index fingers are facing forward. Rotate your shoulders so that your biceps are facing forward and your elbows are facing your knees. From here, we're going to go ahead and push the floor away as we lift our hips toward the ceiling, opening up our shoulders and arms like we did in puppy pose. And then lift your heels off the ground, walking the dog, stretching the backs of our legs, lifting our heels, bending our knees. You want to bend your knees, pushing the floor away like in a triangle pose. So, yeah, there you go. Lift your heels, kind of pedaling to stretch the backs of your legs. You don't need to have your feet flat on the ground. Just, yep, there you go. It's okay to have your heels off the ground and your knees bent. Heels off the ground and knees bent. Focus on pushing the floor away like we did in puppy pose. Opening up the shoulders and then lower your knees down to the ground. Now from here, we're going to slowly come to the front of our mat and then inhale. Bring your hands up above our head. And exhale, bringing our hands down by our side. Okay, now at the front of our mat, we're going to separate our feet so that our feet are under our hips, so that when we step back, we can keep our balance. From here, inhale, reach your hands up toward the ceiling, lifting your chest, and then exhale your hands down by your side. Again, inhale, reaching up, lifting your chest. This time we're going to swan dive down, pull your navel in toward your spine as you bend forward, place your hands on the outside of your feet. Inhale up halfway and exhale down. Bend your knees gently, stretching the backs of your legs. Place your hands on the floor and step your right foot back. Now from here, your knee, your left knee, should be right under your armpit of your left arm. So focus on trying to bend your knees to make that happen. And if you're there, feel free to come on up into Warrior One. So the left knee is bent over the left ankle, right leg is straight. Our hips and torso are facing forward. Keeping the left knee bent over the left ankle. Hands in prayer posture, breathing through our nose. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can move your arms near your ears and reach your hands up toward the ceiling, breathing through the nose. And if your hands are above your head, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring them back to prayer posture. Now from here, we're going to inhale, make a circle with our hands, reaching up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, bring our arms parallel to the floor as we turn our hips and torso to face the right side of the room. So we're keeping our left knee bent over our left ankle. Breathing through our nose and gazing out over our left fingertips. Arms parallel to the floor. Lower your shoulders. Imagine you're bringing your shoulder blades together behind you, lifting your chest. And then inhale as you swing your right arm forward and turn your hips and torso to face forward. Reach your hands up toward the ceiling. And exhale, bring your hands down to the floor next to your left foot. Step your right foot forward. Inhale up halfway and relax down. Bend your knees, inhale as you bring your hands above your head, palms together, and exhale your hands down by your side. Now from here, we're going to inhale, reaching up again, and pull our navel in as we swan dive down, bending over, placing our hands on the outside of our feet. Inhale up halfway, and relax down. Place our hands on the floor and step our left foot back. So make sure your feet are wide enough apart so that you can keep your balance when you come up. The right knee is above the right ankle. The right knee is pretty much under your right armpit. And when you're ready, come up into Warrior One. What were you saying?
I cannot put my elbow under.
And just breathe. So the right knee should be bent over the right ankle, left leg is straight, hips and torso are facing forward. If you'd like, you can move your arms near your ears and reach your hands up toward the ceiling. Take long, deep breaths. And if your hands are above your head, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring them back to prayer posture in front of you. And then from here, inhale, reaching your hands up toward the ceiling, and then exhale as you turn your torso and hips to the left side and lower your arms to be parallel to the floor. Bring your shoulder blades together as you lift your chest and gaze out over your right fingertips. Check that your right knee is bent over your right ankle. Breathing through our nose. Try and make sure you're not bending over, but your torso is vertical to the floor. And then inhale as you slowly bring your left arm and hips and torso to face forward, reaching up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, step your left foot forward. Inhale up halfway and relax down. Bend your knees, pull your navel in. As you inhale, reach your hands up above your head and exhale your hands down by your side. Okay, so from here, we're going to do tree pose. So you can use a wall or just find a stable spot on the floor. Place your hands on your hips and lift your chest, breathing through your nose. Feel the ground under your feet. Now from here, we're going to bend our left knee, keeping our left toes on the ground, and putting our weight into our right leg. Breathing through your nose. Now, if you'd like to go further, you can lift your left knee and foot off the ground. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands into prayer posture in front of your chest. Find a point on the floor to focus in front of you somewhere. If you'd like, you can take your left ankle and place it above your right knee. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And if you'd like, you can move your hands above your head, reaching up toward the ceiling. If your hands are above your head, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring them back to prayer posture. And then release your left ankle from above your right knee, and exhale as you bring your hands and feet down. Lift your heels off the ground, relaxing your leg muscles. And then bring your hands back to your hips. So we're going to do the right side now. So lift your right knee, keeping your right toes on the ground. Placing your weight into your left leg. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can lift your right knee and foot off the ground. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands to prayer posture in front of your chest. If you'd like to go further, you can cross your right ankle above your left knee. And you can bring your hands above your head if you'd like. If your hands are above your head, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring them back down. And then release your right ankle from above your left knee and lower your hands and feet down. Lifting the heels off the ground, relaxing our leg muscles. And we're going to sit down on the mat with our legs straight out in front of us. And from here, we're going to inhale, reaching up, and exhale, our hands down. And then inhale, reaching up, and this time we're going to exhale as we tilt forward, not bending our head, but move our torso as far forward as we can, and then lower our arms and elbows down to the ground. Try and get your elbows to touch the ground so that you're not grabbing your feet, not bending your head down, but focus on the chest touching the front of your feet. So lifting your chest, breathing through your nose. Allow your body to relax. Take long, deep breaths. Keeping the elbows on the ground. As you relax down further, you can move your elbows further down. Try and relax your hands. Don't hold them stiff as a board. Relax your fingers. Take long, deep breaths. And then pull your navel in as you inhale and come up. And from here, we're going to spread our feet. I'm going to turn sideways, so spread your feet as wide as you can. And then place your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing away. Lift your chest and just take a moment to breathe through your nose. Try not to sit, try and sit up, not back, but up vertically. So the hands are not too far away so that you're not leaning back, but that you're sitting up straight. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Feel your hips on the ground. Feel your legs on the ground. Now from here, take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale as you allow your torso to tilt forward. You can use your hands to help guide you forward. Go as far as you can with the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Go as far as you can and then just breathe. Don't try and force anything. If you'd like, you can bring your arms in front, relaxing. Take long, deep breaths. Again, we're moving our torso forward, so try not to bend your head. And then inhale, coming back. And bring our feet together. Lift your knees gently up and down. And then scoot to the front of your mat with your knees bent in the air. Place your arms parallel to the floor. Pull your navel in toward your spine and gently come all the way down to the floor with control. And move your arms parallel to your shoulders with the palms of your hands facing up toward the ceiling. Adjust your feet so that they're under your hips. Pull your navel in toward your spine and lift your hips off the ground. Move your hips to the right side of your mat and lower your hips down. Now from here, take a deep breath through your nose. And as you exhale, allow your knees to relax to the left side as you turn your head to gaze at your right palm, keeping your shoulders on the ground, breathing through your nose. Left knees are relaxing to the left side, and your head is turned to gaze at your right palm. If you'd like, you can straighten your right leg out over your left, lowering your right foot down to the ground. Breathing through your nose. If your right leg is straight, bend it back over your left, and then inhale. Inhale and bring your knees, your hips, and your torso back to the center. Adjust your feet so that they're under your knees as much as possible. Then pull your navel in toward your spine, lift your hips off the ground, and lower your hips to the left side of your mat. Take a deep breath through your nose. And as you exhale, allow your knees to relax to the right side as you turn your head to gaze at your left palm. Keeping the shoulders on the ground, knees relaxing to the right, head turned to gaze at the left. Take long, deep breaths. And if you'd like to straighten your left leg out over your right, lowering your left foot down to the ground, keeping the shoulders on the ground, breathing through your nose. And if your left leg is straight, bend it back over the right, and then inhale as you bring your knees, your hips, and your torso and your head back to the center. Now bring your arms down by your side and lift your left foot toward the ceiling. Make a circle with your ankle in one direction and then in the other direction. Take your left ankle and cross it over your right knee, relaxing your left leg. Take your left hand, place it on your left thigh, and gently push your left thigh away, relaxing your left foot, breathing through your nose. And release. Now from here, we're going to take our hands between our legs, behind our right thigh, lift our right foot off the ground, interlace our fingers of our hands, interlace our fingers behind our right thigh. Relax both feet. Take a deep breath and inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, gently pull your right thigh toward you. At the same time, use your left elbow or left forearm to push your left thigh away. So with each exhale, gently pulling your right thigh toward you, and at the same time, pushing your left thigh away. Make sure your feet are relaxed. With each exhale, gently pulling and pushing. And then relax, lower your right foot, release your hands from under your leg, lift your left foot into the air, and then lower your left foot down to the ground with your left knee in the air. Lift your right foot into the air and make a circle with your right ankle in one direction. And then in the other direction. And then take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee and relax your right leg. Take your right hand and gently push your right thigh away. Now lift your left foot off the ground and take your hands between your legs and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And then take a deep breath, inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, gently pull your left thigh toward you. At the same time, use your right elbow or right forearm to push your right thigh away. So with each exhale, we're pulling our left thigh toward us, and at the same time, pushing our right thigh away. Relaxing your feet. And release, lower your left foot down, release your hands, lower, and lift your right ankle and foot into the air, and then lower them down to the mat. Now from here, we're gonna lift both feet into the air, lift our hands into the air, and grab the outer edges of our feet, pull our feet down so that our knees come to the outside of our shoulders into happy baby pose. And from here, you can lift your feet up and down, rocking side to side, massaging your spine. And if you'd like, you can rock up and down as well. However you feel comfortable. Make sure you're breathing through your nose. Massaging your spine. Relaxing. Lifting your feet up and down helps you move side to side. And if you fall out, just get back in. And then inhale your hands and feet into the air and relax. Bring your hands and feet down. And you can adjust your body on your mat for our final pose of Shavasana. Shavasana is a conscious relaxation. So close your eyes, separate the heels of your feet, allow your toes to relax to the sides. Move your arms 3 or 4 inches away from your body with the palms of your hands facing up, relaxing your fingers. Make sure your eyes are closed and you're focused on your breathing. As you inhale, observe your abdomen expanding. And as you exhale, observe your abdomen contracting toward your spine. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms and your wrists and fingers. Relax your hips. Relax your knees, your ankles and toes. Observe your breathing getting longer as you inhale and exhale, and as your body relaxes. Now wiggle your toes and your fingers, and then bring your hands slowly above your head and stretch your body. When you're ready, bend your knees and bring them close to your chest and rock side to side. And then move your body to one side and take a few deep breaths through your nose. And when you're ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll end the practice with a breathing exercise. We're going to inhale through our nose as we lift our hands above our head, and then exhale through our mouth with a strong exhale as we lower our hands down. We're going to do that 3 times, and then we'll end with the final breath. So go ahead and inhale. Strong exhale. Again. Now this time inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose as you bring the palms of your hands together. Pause at your third eye for kind thoughts. Pause at your lips for kind words. And pause at your heart center for kind intentions. Namaste. All right. Well, thank you for joining. And we will see you tomorrow.